Hello, people of the world watching internet videos that have to do with cars. Welcome to this. My 1974 R821 Toyota Celica ST, powered by a Toyota Tundra 2UZ V8. In the previous video, I was in the process of trying to get a base map file loaded up on that ECU, as well as knocking out some of these line items, which the stuff in the red was all that was left to make this thing drivable. This stuff though, so this little piece right here is a trim panel that goes under the factory seat, which I must make fit. However, because I have a rear mounted battery now, I must remedy this. I don't know if these are gonna snip through this. Oh, perfect. It's a rough shape. I'll have to smooth it out with some heat. Man, this is nerve-wracking. I don't wanna cut too much of my carpet and then be screwed. I have to though, I have to trim some of this. Can you tell that I'm not an upholsterer? Is there two ers at the end of upholsterer? I don't know if this is necessarily the right way to do this or the wrong way. Originally, this carpet was just kind of tossed in here and it would slide around all over the place. It was not a very good way of doing it from the factory. They do make double-sided carpet tape, but I don't want you to see what I'm doing. Just know that I'm good at it. My adhesive is not adhesing very well anymore. So this is where the hole needs to be. Put a block of wood underneath that. This is gonna be a problem. The adhesive does not stick. Why does it stick to this so well, not the back of the carpet? Don't answer that question. I already know the answer to it. It was a dumb question. Well, I tell you what. Yeah, I really don't want this thing shifting around on me. Why do I always go overboard? All right, this right here is what I used on the rear deck lid. No one's gonna see this, but it'll be kind of nice. About a foot. I'm gonna cut this about 12 inches. That way it goes deep enough. Ouch, that was really sharp. So I can trim it like right here. The wrinkles were in the fabric before I stuck it up there. They'll go away as it kind of gets some air and just sits a little while. Ouch. Oh, that matches this plastic panel perfectly. It is literally the same texture and color of black. Hello, welcome to the following day. I got a package in the mail. This is double-sided extra strength carpet tape. It feels pretty sticky. Sticky, icky. Just seen a big old ass. That's just such a good album. The Ludacris Word of Mouth album. Like seriously, absolute gem. I'll keep that from pulling up. Oh, sorry, my tit-mounted microphone's failing me. You know, upholstery is a lot like tuning a car. It requires a skill set that you can't just do in a week and expect to be perfect at it. Now for the trim board. I didn't want to cut the carpet and I was trying to stick it underneath this plastic panel, but it's physically too much material to try to shove underneath there. So this is really hard to do because this car was never designed with this type of carpet. It had like throw rugs in here essentially. In most of the contoured areas up around the edges of the seats and the door sill were actually just covered in vinyl. How 70s of them to do that. They put linoleum in a car from the factory. There we go. Much, much better, much tighter. Upholstery and computers, two things I never claimed I was good at. Okay, kind of heavy. I got some fresh black zinc hardware to match the seat rails. It had gold zinc in there before, but I want it to blend with the seat rail. I gotta put all my weight into it. Oh, fuck you. Need a hole liner. How about that assist with the left foot though? I gotta make that hole bigger. Oh, it lines up perfect. I got this microphone like halfway down my throat. You can probably hear my stomach. You would think just bolting some seats in would be like a wham bam 2-second thing. I've been working on this for like an hour. Seats aren't for this car. Seat rails are not for this car. Carpet is new. All right, it's threading. I do like this tray right there, right next to the seat. That is really nice in case you drop your keys. Easy to clean. Now, the question is, these restored door sills, which are unobtainium, I tried getting new ones. Absolutely impossible. That should work. This corresponds to a direction of installment. Yeah, like, sure. Probably help if I put the window down. Probably help if I had a window crank on it. I have the plastic on the seats still because old people like to put plastic on their couches so people don't pee on them, I think. Oh, this is gonna be fun to try to shove inside that. That's what he said. That's gotta go down inside there, and it doesn't like it. I gotta sit in the back seat for this. I gotta use this special tool, not like a Pussifer or a Perfect Circle, but like the kind that's made out of Teflon. That should allow for it to slide in there. The driver's side went on way easier than this. Passenger side's not. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm in a movie. I don't even know what that means. All right, I'm not gonna do the bottom because I gotta do that other thing first. Because this is gonna be metal on metal in the door jamb, and before the paint was all wore off where it comes in contact here, I kinda wanna put something in between it so it doesn't ruin the paint and cause corrosion, but I also don't want it to attract corrosion. I have a solution. Step one of my solution, tube thing, which goes to cavity wax. Oh shit. Basically, I want to stick this down inside this hole, fill it. Oh, that works really good.
Yeah, pretty cool.
You can like just put that down inside there. Oh, that's how you do it. Stick that down inside there and then you pull it all the way as you're doing it. And get it down that way. Oh, that's good. This is getting all kinds of cavity wax up inside there to prevent corrosion. That should be nice and coated. Step 2, part W of my solution. This is what the factory did on a lot of things. I'll give it little drains every once in a while. There. This little trim piece goes, stick the bottom in, just like that. Attach the door sill at the hardware. The butyl creates a little bit of a moisture barrier, but also it softens the metal on metal right here so I don't wear the paint. And there's still air gap every time you reach one of those, so moisture can come and go out of there. Holds the carpet in actually a lot better than I thought it would. This little piece, oh my Lanta, that's really not easy. Final screw, and then press that into the carpet a little bit, make it look even. There, that is a finished door jamb. That was way more work than what camera makes it look like. That took hours. It's a couple days later, and thanks to the spaceship fabricator stopping by, I now have a couple more items off the board taken care of. My oil dipstick tube now has the bracket relocated to the top, and this is a modified factory upper radiator core support with grill mount. The upper radiator core support is going to go to powder coating, but this will take a little bit of 400 grit, haphazardly mounted in a vise, give it some tooth, a little bit of wax and grease remover. Hopefully I have no leaks anywhere. What the fuck? Seal, motherfucker. Seal. I see no leaks yet. I say this because unfortunately the fitting at my clutch master cylinder leaked and drained out the bottom of the frame rail and took all the undercoating off down to the red oxide primer right here. Thankfully I used top shelf paint products on that engine bay, and the satin clear coat completely resisted the brake fluid. Didn't even bubble or anything. This stuff's amazing. Oh, I kind of screwed up and didn't do this when I should have did this, but it's all right because I can still do this. Guess I'll just kind of score it with this. Since this is a reproduction version of the original TRD chin spoiler, it has 2 lower mounting locations to keep it from flexing under air pressure or something, I don't know. I got the fiberglass all inside my watch band. Whoever it was in a video when I was doing the flares that told me to use the drill in reverse to drill to fiberglass, thank you for that tip. I don't know if it made that big enough. Now the paint is dry on this thing, put a fresh O-ring on it. I chose not to powder coat this just because I don't want to introduce a bunch of garbage into the tube. It's a small victory, but it's a victory nonetheless. And yes, the VVTi cam cover decal is worn. However, this is the original cam cover and label from my dad's truck. So I'm gonna leave it. I don't want to replace it. It's patinaed, matches the car kinda. And another one, partially. Most of the stuff I just need to either order or send to powder coating. In order to know how fast I'm going, I need to do the same process I did when I had the Celica Supra. And this is the reason why I haven't topped off the transmission fluid yet. I guess I'll just stick this right here. Like that's gonna really help if this thing pours fluid. This is gonna pour transmission fluid all over the place and fill this. Oh, I don't want to know. Or is it not? It's not going to. I thought it was just gonna be a stinky mess. I'm supposed to count the teeth that are inside here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I fucking can't tell. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I need to mark the tooth and then rotate it. All right, I got an idea. I'm gonna use paint marker on a thing. See those teeth right there? I gotta mark one of them and then rotate so I can count the amount of teeth, because you can't just count down. It won't work that way. You gotta rotate and count. I don't know if that's enough to see it. 9. I got 10. 10. I got 10 teeth. It's a 10 teeth. Now for the fun part. I need safety glasses. Put it all the way down there. Do just like Vita Bowdy does. Go down this way. Well, you can see I got it all the way down there, because now it's dripping out of this. I know this thing survived 50 years without doing this. It was in Atlanta, Georgia, but still, doesn't hurt to make it last. Ooh, shit. I got it all over my camera, I think. So you can see I got a little bit of run with my bed liner inside the wheel well. Whoops. Fairly certain I got inside here when I did through the door jamb, but I'll do it again. I got everywhere. It's up in there. I got the entire rocker all the way down. All of the holes along all the frame rails. You can see it's just dripping out of there. Plastered up inside there. Chassis wax, done. Hello, it's another day in the same Sarah. Inside this box is a bracket, a spring-loaded one, which I didn't have to make. I got it because this is not really properly mounted. Yes, I know my shop's a mess. I have to straighten up. Right here. This kit came with self-tapping screws, but self-tapping screws do not belong on automobiles. The drive shaft is my safety glasses. Yep, that's tar up there. Smallest nutsert possible. Good. Luckily, I did not bolt down the seat yet. Face. Really glad I checked that. I am good though. Harness is not in the way. There you go. I'm using an M5, not the BMW, but the nutsert. Is this factory Toyota hardware I'm using? No, but it is stainless. As is the hardware. That's also stainless. Oh, that's sweet. That is so good. Carefully route my lines, that way there's no chafing or anything. And another one. Oh, geez. This gotta get attached to the seat. Ain't this just a pickle? So I need to cut holes in the carpet. My handy dandy block of wood. I hate to do this to my soldering iron, but there's no way I'm getting an open flame down inside there. Let's do this without burning myself or setting the car on fire. Hell yeah. Wax and grease. Double-sided tape. Trim piece. I was planning on putting the entire interior together until I just discovered that the lines coming from the engine to the heater core, where I put the custom pipes going through the firewall, the rubber hose from that pipe to the heater core, right here, it's seeping out of this hose. And I got a good constant tension clamp on there, but I don't know, it might not be tight enough. And then there's the issue of the fact that I forgot to send a tack signal to the ECU. That's what this part of the build is for though, is finding out little things that you need to do that you forgot about. This orange with red striped wire used to go to aux 3, which is a switched ground, and this original tachometer worked off of the ground signal from the ignition coil. I don't think I can just simply wire this up and have it work though. On my MR2, I had to use a tack signal adapter to make it work, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need one on this car too. My custom fuse box bracket worked out pretty good. I like this location. Pretty sure this is the tack sig that went to the original coil. There's only one way to find out, might as well just test it. Just as a little safety precaution. Just want to make sure this thing doesn't have power since I'm going to hook it up to a ground. Bubbly. No. All right, nothing. So that wire does not have power, which is good. Okay, that's connected to an auxiliary output on the ECU. Configuration. So I'm gonna go to auxiliary outputs. I had to move it over to aux 4. It says e-thrall relay is on aux 3, but there was nothing connected to aux 3. Whoa, my tack bumped when I did that. Sorry, I wasn't filming it. That's wild. I don't have a tack adapter or anything hooked up. How do I test it? Key sweep on. So I might have everything I need. I might not need a tack adapter. Oh, sorry, I moved my fat head to the camera behind me. Oh, I just bumped. Well, it's physically the right wire. I don't know if I need a tack adapter though. It sweeped! It works! How do I do that again? Oh, because I didn't write to ECU. So hit yes. It sweeps! My tack works! That's so sick! I don't need a tack adapter. I love it when things turn out to be way easier than you thought it was gonna be. Granted, I haven't configured the tack, but I know it functions. Aside from sticking the driver's seat in there, the interior is pretty much installed. I gotta pressure test that coolant system though, because if I need to get under the dash, the seat's gonna have to come out. And for those of you that have been wondering what the black Recaros look like in there with the brown interior, I think it matches perfectly, especially because the dashboard and the center console are the same satin black, so it pulls it all together. I gotta decide where I'm gonna mount the fire extinguisher, whether I want it in front of the seat rail or up in that corner. So tack signal is done. Since I still do not have anyone to tune this car, that's fine because the next video is a big job. I know it's driving people crazy looking at the flares like this, the daylight passing behind them and all the trim missing, lack of wipers and hood vents. It's been driving me crazy for the past year now, ever since I painted this car, to finally see what it looks like after a cut and buff and polish of ceramic coating and then all the badges and the emblems and stuff on it. So yeah, next video I'm excited for. I also got to send the brackets and stuff to powder coating, and then I can fully assemble this car and make it 99% done other than alignment and tune. And then inevitably there'll be a bug or two that I'm gonna have to work out on this thing, but I can see the end. Finally, bye.